Greetings fellow Duolingo maniacs. In this video I'm going to talk about my journey in Duolingo Diamond League to the top, to the number one spot. I was struggling in the Diamond League for like months, between the 10th and 20th place, often going between 5 and 10, but I couldn't simply make it in the top 3. And I was wondering how the other people were making such crazy XPs. That time when I was struggling between the 5th and 20th place, my daily goal on Duolingo was 300 XPs. And that wasn't simply enough, to make it in the top 3, not to speak of the first position. But I figured that I couldn't really have much more time to do Duolingo, or I simply was lazy, or I didn't really want to learn more with Duolingo. And I saw that those people who achieve thousands of XPs, I think I saw a guy or a girl do 10,000 XPs in a week, and I said I couldn't compete with that because I have other things to do. At that time I was living in an apartment and I have to walk my dogs 3 times a day, and I had all these excuses and I simply didn't want to learn more. 300 was enough for me. And if you think more, when you're doing very difficult lessons, it takes a lot of time, and doing 300 XPs was way enough for me. But there was a point after many months that I finished at the 3rd spot in Diamond League, and I decided that I will raise my daily XP limit from 300 to 500, and I thought that it would be enough. But I saw that when another week started in Diamond League, the week when I became the 3rd in Diamond League, I saw that other people behind me were pushing very hard, and if I wanted to be ahead of them, I had to raise my XP. So I decided to do at least 1000 XP a day, and that 1000 XP raised to 1500 XPs. It is a lot, and you probably wonder that I would tell my secret of how I do 1000 or 1500 XPs, but
it's our secret. Never teach the Wu-Tang.
No, I won't tell you, sorry, because you can figure it out which lessons or which parts of Duolingo give more XPs. So figure it out yourself, because I don't want to give away my secret of the Wu-Tang style. Okay, so really, if you want to be the first in Diamond League, why would you want to be the first? So why would I want to be the first in Diamond League? Because there are these trophies. When you go to your profile and you see that you're a sharpshooter, a strategist, and all that, and 2 more trophies were missing from my collection. One was to finish first in my league, and the other was to maintain my position in Diamond League or something like that, and those 2 were missing. And I thought I would never be able to achieve those, because a lot of thousands of XPs were missing. And I was very discouraged by those people who were ahead of me. But I simply figured out that I have to learn more on Duolingo. And how much learning does it take, to achieve like 1000 XP or more? On the average, that week when I became first in Diamond League, I studied like 3 hours with Duolingo, and I really enjoyed it. And I was watching carefully the people who were on the 2nd and 3rd place behind me, that they were also pushing, and I said, okay, so I don't care what it takes, but I will be first. And I saw that the person behind me or at the 2nd place was like 2000 XPs, so he or she had 2000 XPs less than me. And I wonder why he or she stopped, because it seemed to me that last day he didn't really do more XPs. By the way, I think there is an option where you can follow people and set an alert if someone passes you, but I don't care about these. I don't like alerts on my phone. So this is my secret, to push more, to study more with Duolingo. And of course, this means that if you want to have more time for Duolingo, you have to chip it away. You have to take it away from another activity. And to be honest, I neglected my online mushroom coffee business that week. So there were days when I only did Duolingo in my free time or the time when I could use a computer or a phone. And so this would mean that okay, you won't watch those TV series. Don't do Duolingo on the deficit of doing sports. So do sports, go skateboarding or whatever you do every day. Don't do it on the expense. That's the right expression. Don't do it on the expense of sports, but try to find a way. Browse less social media, watch less rap music on YouTube or something like that. So find the time to practice more on Duolingo. And actually, it is pretty tiring. So after that week, when I did 1,500 XPs a day, I said that okay. So if I want to maintain this position, I have to study like 3 hours every day, and I'm pretty tired now. And I see that those people who I'm now competing with are actually passing me by. So. They are very tough, they are more of a maniac like me, so it will be, maybe I will give up, I don't know. So I do Duolingo to learn languages, to understand movies, and this gives me sort of satisfaction, and I'm smiling when I watch like Narcos Mexico, and I can understand a few sentences or few words in Spanish. So this is why I do Duolingo. And when it stops being fun, just pushing for these XPs, I will stop, and I don't care if I fall out. No, I won't fall out of the Diamond League, but if I won't be first, then okay, I will accept it. But I want to be first and get the trophy. And it's kind of childish that such things like these shiny trophies and these crown level 5s and these golden colors motivate me, but they do. And if this is what it takes to study more, then I think that Duolingo is doing the right thing and motivating people well. I also have an idea how to make your Duolingo learning more fun. If you have a house with garden, of course go to the garden, find a nice chair in the shade or in the sun, or on the balcony. If you live in an apartment in a block of flats, go to the balcony, or find a good place, to push on your mobile or laptop or PC. I sat a lot in the garden, in the company of my dogs, and I was studying with Duolingo. I also, make a fine cup of Ganoderma tea or Ganoderma coffee. I put it beside me and I sip it. And there were days when the sun went down. I was sitting on the balcony and I was doing Duolingo, and it was dark, and I think the mobile phone illuminated my face, and I was like doing these lessons and was satisfied that I have 1,500 XPs again. And then I went to sleep and I called it a day. So yeah, these little things motivate me. Beside the real reason of people learning languages, to understand movies, people, music, and all that. So find more time for Duolingo if you want to know more of the language of your choice. Thank you for watching. Peace. Goodbye.